Why do you have one public position and one private position?
Unless I missed something, Senator Clinton said two different things in the course of about 2 minutes.
I stand for ending the war in Iraq, bringing our troops home. We're going to have troops remaining there guarding our embassy. We may have a continuing training mission, and we may have a mission against al-Qaeda in Iraq. But on specific issues, I've come out with very specific plans. With respect to Social Security, I do have a plan. But personally, I am not going to be advocating any specific fix until I am seriously approaching fiscal responsibility.
Do you, the New York Senator Hillary Clinton, support the New York governor's plan to give illegal immigrants a driver's license?
I did not say that it should be done, but I certainly recognize why Governor Spitzer is trying to do it.
No. You said yes.
No.
You thought it made sense to do it.
No, I didn't, Chris. It makes a lot of sense. What is the governor supposed to do? Do I think this is the best thing for any governor to do? No.
That question down. If I wrote a story that said, absent a broad illegal immigration bill, Hillary Clinton agrees about giving driver's license to illegal immigrants, is that correct?
No, what I've said is that I support what governors are trying to do. And governors are on the front lines because of the failures to get comprehensive immigration reform. There are already 8 states that issue driver's licenses without any verification of citizenship. That's a decision that the governors and legislatures and the people of those states have made. I understand.
That's why people think
but you know,
that you're not answering the question.
Have lives, personal lives, that indicate something about what kind of human being they are.
Can you believe this guy?
What John had said is this woman had spotted him in the hotel in which he was staying. He was meeting with someone in the restaurant bar area, and she had verified with someone who John worked with that it was John.
In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, John Edwards' wife, Elizabeth, said that she has no idea if the former presidential candidate is the father of his mistress's baby. Though, judging from this photo, I'd say there's a resemblance.
Hi, everybody. I'm Geraldo Rivera. Up front tonight, he may look like the Breck shampoo girl, but sanctimonious John Edwards joins the all-time Hypocrite Hall of Fame, according to his long-suffering wife, Elizabeth's tell-all memoir, Resilience. Hitting the shelves this week, the book reveals how Elizabeth learned of his affair with the documentary filmmaker Rielle Hunter, and why John Edwards, decided to stay in the race for the Democratic presidential nomination anyway. Meantime, tomorrow morning, Elizabeth will be making her first TV appearances since the news broke that the mistress is so enraged by the wife's unflattering description of her as the predator that she, Rielle, is going to have the DNA testing done after all to prove that former Senator Edwards is the baby's father. What is also clear is that while Edwards was lying, the National Enquirer was telling the truth. Here's Craig.
The other woman has a baby.
That's what I understand.
And there is great speculation that your husband, John Edwards, is the father of that baby.
That's what I understand.
Edwards' dark secret was first exposed by the National Enquirer in October of 2007. And on July 21st, 2008, the tab blew the story wide open after catching Edwards spending the night with Rielle and child in the Beverly Hills Hotel. Investigative reporter Alan Butterfield showed us how the sting went down.
Edwards enters into the room, and the lights are off. We have people who are watching the room from the outside through the curtains.
How many hours before Senator Edwards emerges from this room?
Well, he left approximately 5 hours, 2:45 the following morning a.m. He hurried up, put his head down, and made a bold sprint.
So he did a beeline down?
Beeline to the bathroom. He went into the bathroom like this. We tried to get in. In the meantime, Edwards is holding the bathroom door shut like this. He's holding it.
And you're on the other side here. You're pulling the other way.
And occasionally I would pull him and I would be able to overpower his strength, and I would see his like smile face with his big flopping hair going,
What were your questions?
Mr. Edwards, you know, we identified him ourselves from being from the National Enquirer, and we want to know why he's here at the hotel visiting his mistress at this time. Is he visiting his love child at this time? And does his wife Elizabeth know that he's, you know, has a love child, a mistress? And does she know that he's here?
Did he answer any of your questions?
He didn't say a word.
Describe his face. What was his expression?
He looked like his life had just ended. His world had just came crumbling down.
I've responded to consistently to these tabloid allegations by saying I don't respond to these lies.
Edwards' denial fell flat when the tab revealed photos taken through the hotel window of John Edwards holding an infant believed to be his. The following month, he changed his tune about the affair, but the issue of paternity remains open.
Let me say this, and I want to say it absolutely clearly. I was wrong, and I am responsible.
Edwards' life is now literally an open book. He claims he's ready to step up and take a paternity test to determine if Frances Quinn Hunter is his daughter. Rielle, who reportedly earned $100,000 for her documentary, has no apparent means of income at this time and is living with her former business partner in an upscale New Jersey neighborhood. Earlier today, we attempted to talk with them.
I just wanted to talk with Rielle.
You and everybody else.
You and everybody else. The thing that I can't get my arms around, Craig, is that I don't buy that you sleep with a woman one time and she gets pregnant. That only happens in the movies, I mean, usually. You know, so I can't believe that this was anything other than a continuing affair. I mean, they traveled together to Africa and all these other places.
Right. I think the Enquirer in their investigation pretty well established that this was a continuing affair. They had met multiple times in Los Angeles and other places.
And this is the guy, and you heard him putting down Bill Clinton. You heard him being sanctimonious about Bill Clinton's straying, and he's running for president, lying to the entire country. What would have happened if he had been elected? Right back after this. Ultimately, he would be revealed as a hypocrite and a cheat. I'm joined by Monica Crowley, sits alongside me, the syndicated radio talk show host. Kirsten Powers, the Fox News political analyst and columnist. Julian Epstein is in D.C., he's the former White House chief Democratic counsel. John Funn, the senior columnist at the Wall Street Journal. I'm going to go out of order, men before ladies here. Just ask you, John, about Iowa. Now, John Edwards came in second in Iowa.
Yes, and if he'd come in first with just a couple thousand more votes and beaten Barack Obama, the race would have been very competitive between the three candidates, and it's conceivable Edwards could have gotten the nomination.
But my point is, even assuming that that was not possible, wouldn't Hillary Clinton had fared far better in Iowa if Edwards had dropped out prior to the caucuses there?
I think it's safe to say, since she was the putative incumbent, she probably would have won without John Edwards' presence. So history would have been changed if the first National Enquirer story had taken hold rather than the second one.
But Kirsten, this is a big deal. This isn't a story about an affair, really. This is a story about altering America's political history in a very profound way.
It's not over until the lady in the pantsuit says it is.